Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy, the one and only. We're going to go through the markets, we're going to go through the news, and I'm going to simplify things for you to make you understand a little bit easier. We're just going to go through the news, and it's meant to be RektTember, yeah? And I am trying to go shopping in September, October period, but you guys are stubborn. You guys are very, very stubborn. You guys are very stubborn. Anyway, we're going to go through the news. We're going to check everything out. Let's make sure to first like, subscribe, and join our private members. Let's begin. Bitcoin is currently at 111,000 US dollars, ladies and gentlemen. We are in a falling wedge. A falling wedge is a sign, an indication of bullish price action. It means if it breaks up past this trend line right over here, we're heading up to our next resistance of 112,000 US dollars. Seasonality has not been the best for September. So far, we are up by 2.24%, ladies and gentlemen. September on average goes down by roughly 3 to 4%. September is normally referred to as RektTember. So basically what happens is everyone comes back from their holidays. And once they come back from holidays, they got the holiday blues. Psychologically, yeah, this is what happens. They have the holiday blues. So they're like, oh, I'm back at work, I'm back on the hustle. Just sell. And so they sell, and then October, November, December, we tend to go up, okay? So that's kind of the psychological effects in September. Everyone comes back from holidays, they feel the holiday blues, and they start to sell, all right? So September tends to be a bearish month for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum for September is down by 2.4%. August was amazing for us. Amazing. You saw that move, that parabolic move? Come on, guys. It's a larger market cap and it's outperforming the majority of altcoins. Altcoins will have their time. They will have their time in the sun. But so far, Ethereum has stolen most of the limelight from Bitcoin and altcoins. And we're heading in September on average down by 6%. Now, the good news is Cramer is bearish. He's bearish in September. He predicts that it's going to be a bad September. So you know what that means. You know what that means. We might get a bullish September. We might. I'm looking for lower prices, but markets have been resilient so far. They have been very, very, very resilient so far. Here is a better illustration, and this is the entire Bitcoin history from August the 1st, 2020 till June the 30th, 2025. And as you can see, on average, we go down by 4.68%. Will this time be different? Will this time be different? We're going to have to wait and see. October, we normally go up by 27%. November, we go up by a whopping 38%. And December, we go up by 10%. Seasonality in the latter year is always the best for Bitcoin. Just to double down in this is the probability of coin returns since inception. So it shows you right over here, if you buy Bitcoin and hold Bitcoin for 3 years, the probability of you losing money is 0.7%. In 5 years, it's 0.2%. In 10 years, it's a 0 odd of you losing any money. The man, the myth, the legend has increased his net worth again. I think he's more richer now for crypto. On Tuesday, World Liberty Finance was trading around 22 cents on exchanges such as Binance and Coinbase after sinking roughly 50% since the start of trading on Monday. We're setting a new standard for financial freedom built on trust, speed, and US values, Eric Trump wrote on social media. So this is the chart right over here. It just literally came out today, ladies and gentlemen. And the Trump family and the dynasty has increased their net worth yet again. A lot of folks, especially Hyperliquid whales, are actually longing this position. There's like around 80% right over here of net long positions on Hyperliquid. Speaking of Hyperliquid, there's like 50-50 right now. The odds are 50-50. You have some big whales holding 272 million US dollars of shorts. Then you have another whale holding 270 million shorts, 192 million, and a few other long whales holding a combined value of around 400 million US dollars. So who's going to win? Are we going to see Bitcoin make new all-time highs, or is this going to be RektTember? On average, there's 51% more longs on Hyperliquid than they are shorts. Ethereum has more longs, way more longs, 63% longs compared to its shorts. Hype has 56%. Most notably is ENA, and it has a massive 75% net long positions compared to its short positions. And lastly, we have a whopping 82% net longs from Hyperliquid whales compared to 17% shorts. The most liquidations is sitting at 112,000 US dollars. Let's zoom out to the weekly, the monthly, shall I say. On the monthly, we have 118,000 US dollars of a net 205 million liquidations sitting there. Will the whales and the market makers push Bitcoin's price? The max pain is sitting at 118,000 US dollars. On Binance, the max pain is sitting at 106,000 US dollars on the 7-day. On the 30-day, however, max pain is actually sitting at 113,000 US dollars of a net combined 2 billion US dollars worth of liquidations. There are more net shorts than they are net longs. Coinbase launches futures trading for index that includes NVDA and BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. More and more exchanges are going to copy Hyperliquid, and they're going to try to get into the futures market, perpetuals, and so on and so forth. The new product is called the Mag 7 Plus Crypto Equity Index Futures and will be available later this month. Coinbase has the worst fees. Worst. I don't think anyone's going to use it. It's just extortion at this moment. At this point, it's the worst. Sorry to say this, yeah. Coinbase is just terrible. If you want to kind of like just hold for a long time, then that's the exchange. You can use that. But for fees, and if you want to trade and just move around your assets, it's very, very bad. There are other exchanges that are just cheap, very, very cheap, such as Binance. Clean Core plunges 60% after unraveling a massive 175 million Dodgecoin Treasury. What on earth happened here? Of course it's going to go down 40%. I did say this many times. There's an altcoin season happening in traditional markets, ladies and gentlemen. They're doing exactly what we did in 2021, but it's just happening with the Nasdaq and traditional markets. They're gonna start buying Bitcoin, then they're gonna buy Ethereum, then they're gonna buy some of the other larger caps like Solana, etc. And then they're gonna start playing around with meme coin. 175 million. Now this is kind of scary because it is pretty much a top signal, but we've had so many top signals. Is this the mother of all top signals? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I still think that we are relatively cheap because of the PMI. I've mentioned this many times. The PMI is under 50, ladies and gentlemen. So that means we're still at fair value prices. I hate to say it, but this is just the beginning. Clean Core Solutions, a Nebraska-based maker of aqueous ozone cleaning systems, saw its share plunge by 60% Tuesday after announcing a plan to become a Dodgecoin Treasury company. The company disclosed a whopping 175 million private placement backed by over 80 institutional and crypto native investors. We have some more buying. Ethereum Treasury Sharplink adds a whopping 176 million Ethereum holdings. You know what's so ironic? MicroStrategy, they stopped buying as much now. They stopped buying. So who's the net buyer now? Who's the net buyer? I did tell you they're trapped. They're trapped. Either we're trapped or they're trapped. Bitcoin dominance hurdled down. And I said, someone's trapped here. Someone is trapped. And it looks like Michael Saylor is trapped. Ethereum continues to be bought up by more and more institutions. We have more and more folks continuing to buy Ethereum. This is primarily an institutional cycle. Institutions are buying hand over fist so much Ethereum. They're not buying Solana. Solana right now is on the phone. It's on the phone right now. If you don't believe me, trust me. They're on the phone right now. They have a sales department. Your coin that you believe is decentralized has a sales department. They're on the phone to all of the shit coins in the Nasdaq. Solana is doing this right now to all of the failing companies in the Nasdaq. All of them. And they're trying their best to get people to buy Solana. Yeah. Ethereum, this was organic. Bitcoin was organic. Solana and some of these other coins right now, as we speak, in their sales department are calling up, making them calls, making them deals. A lot of folks on social media believe that this is it. They think that we've topped. They think Bitcoin has topped at 124,000 US dollars. Let me tell you something about bull markets, guys. Bull markets, psychologically, they do not top it. They top when everyone, I'm talking about your mama, your dad, your family, everyone's bullish on crypto. Everyone's holding crypto. Then, ladies and gentlemen, when no one expects it, that's the end. Right now, we are anxious. We're scared. We need dips like this to make people scared. Yeah. So those folks are sidelined again. So what they do is they buy high and they sell low. This is perfect. This is exactly what we want to see. We want to see more folks call this the top. I just love to hear folks. I love it when people say, oh, we're topped. Okay, we topped here as well. Okay, we topped here as well. Yep, we topped right over here. Okay, but we didn't. We carried on. This bull market has been, I like to call this the silent bull market, because the corrections are not even scary. What is this? A 12% correction? Heck, we can go down 30% and it wouldn't even break the market structure. In the long term, my target has always been there. We're heading to 145. That's my target, ladies and gentlemen. And I've said this ample times. Bitcoin continues to go up higher. Ethereum is going to continue to go up higher. But you know what's not going to go up higher? Not just yet, is majority of altcoins. I hate to say it. Some altcoins are going to make new lower lows. I'm sorry. I'm telling you this as a friend. We're friends, guys. We're friends. And if you want an optimal period to buy, you wait for this to come up. Dominance is going to head up one more time, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the period where you buy altcoins and they're going to outperform everything. If you play this correctly, ladies and gentlemen, if you actually play this correctly, you're going to be set up for the next 5 to 10 years. I'm going to end on this note. This is the Ethereum and gold chart. I love to use this chart just to help you along your way, ladies and gentlemen. So Ethereum divided by gold, and gold has made all-time new highs as well. It's not making it easier for us, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. It's made all-time new highs. We've spoken about this before. This was the accumulation area of a lifetime. Now we're heading into another accumulation of a lifetime. Once we break out and head into all-time new highs, this is the period where we have altcoin season. Right over here. Just like we had altcoin season in the past. Just like we had altcoin season before in the past, we had a period just over here, an accumulation of a lifetime. We broke out into this area, and this area was altcoin season. Same thing applies. History always rhymes. We're going to be in another period of accumulation, just like here, then finally break out into this area. And there, ladies and gentlemen, we have an altcoin season, our promised land. We're headed into the promised land. And that, ladies and gentlemen, can set you up for the next 5 to 10 years. Play it correctly. Join our private members. I'm going to help you along the way as well. Peace. See you soon.